Alright, what's up guys? So most of you are only used to seeing me for like 10 seconds at a time with the health tip, but I feel like there's some value in doing some longer type videos where I can actually just go in depth on a topic, because I feel like 10 seconds is neither long enough for me to get my point across or for you guys to understand. So I want to start like a Simply Explained series where I just sort of go over some topics, mostly going to be diet and exercise based topics. I can give you the science, the scientific explanation, but like that's not going to help you, and it's really not kind of the most surefire way to get the information across. So today we're going to go over nutrition and stuff, and I put up a health tip with this pyramid over here, and I feel like there's a lot more to explain than just 10 seconds worth of health tip. I feel like people, they either overcomplicate things or they ask way too many questions in terms of nutrition. And they don't actually try things out to see how their body's going to react to a particular thing. Everyone's different, so one sort of diet or calorie amount is not going to affect one person the same as it affects the next person. And that's kind of where science and like my own opinion and all this stuff doesn't really work. It's more about what's going to work for you. And when it comes down to it, nutrition is going to be like, actually nutrition and fitness, exercise training is going to be based on a few key principles, and all the questions people ask cover those kind of principles. And when you kind of have them all out of whack, like you're doing one good but not the other, you're not going to get as good progress as if you were nailing all of them, all those key principles properly. So basically this pyramid here, it's going to list things in order of importance. So the base of your nutrition is going to be the base of this pyramid here. So most important, affecting your goals, up to least important, affecting your goals. And if people understand like these few key concepts, they can have a lot, there's so many bugs here, a lot more results when they actually implement all these factors. So first and foremost, the bottom of your pyramid and the bottom most important part of your nutrition should be your energy balance. So what does that actually mean, energy balance? There's all this shit falling on top of my head. Anyways, we're doing this raw because I'm not much of an editor. Energy balance. So every day your body's going to burn a certain amount of calories to sustain life, whether it's 3,000, 1,500, 2,000, whatever. Everyone's going to have a different number for their maintenance calories. And basically energy balance means if you are looking to lose weight and you are in a caloric surplus, so you're eating more calories than your body is burning, you're not going to lose weight. Whereas the other option for people like me, if you are not gaining weight for years at a time, you're simply not eating enough. And the funny thing is, a lot of people who are trying to lose weight, they think they're not eating much, but if they track their calories, they're eating way more than they think. On the other hand, people who are looking to gain weight, like, oh, I eat all the time, I'm eating everything, they're actually not eating as much as they think they are. That's where apps like MyFitnessPal can come in. If you're really tracking your calories, you're going to have a visual of what you're actually eating, because mentally in your head you can look at food and like assume you're eating a certain amount of calories, but oftentimes you're either eating too much or eating not enough. So yes, at the end of the day, energy balance, whether it's for weight loss or weight gain, is going to be the single most important factor for seeing progress. All right, the next thing on the pyramid is macronutrients. Now macronutrients are carbs, fats, and protein, and they're going to make up not only your calories, but they make up food in general. For those who don't know, 1 gram of carbs and 1 gram of protein are 4 calories each, whereas 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So that's why fatty foods always add up so quickly in calories, is because they're almost double the amount of calories per 1 gram. Now, the reason that macronutrients are slightly less important than energy balance is for this. I'm going to explain it in the simplest way. Let's say you're only eating carbs for your entire day, no protein and no fat. If you're in a deficit, you are going to lose weight. If you're in a surplus, you're going to gain weight. So in terms of total caloric content, macronutrients are less important than energy balance. Now, scrap the entire thing of what I just said. You should not be eating one macronutrient for your entire day. If you're only eating carbs, wow, your hormones are going to be messed up from not eating fat. You're going to be potentially eating way more because protein actually satiates you, makes you feel fuller, as well as your muscles. What are they going to recover with? They're going to just start using like carbs as what? As amino acids? No, because amino acids make up protein. So yeah, do not eat one macronutrient. That was just a good example. So yes, everyone's going to be slightly different in terms of their macronutrient percentages. So maybe you're 40 carb, 40 protein, 20 fat. Those are percentages. Or maybe you're something else. Maybe you're on a low carb. But in terms of that, everyone's macronutrients are going to be different. But in terms of weight loss or weight gain or maintenance, it's going to come down to energy balance and the amount over or under your maintenance calories. Micronutrients. This is something that people tend to avoid all the time because micronutrients are basically your vitamins and your minerals, which are also found in food. Now, micronutrients contain no caloric content, so I mean that's good if you're cutting, but a lot of people actually avoid getting their micronutrients in when they're bulking because why am I going to eat a salad if I'm not going to, gain any weight from it in terms of caloric content? Because like you're eating basically this voluminous amount of broccoli, but what are you getting, like 13 calories? Yeah, so for people like me who don't really have the biggest appetite, broccoli seems like a waste of time, but no, it's not. If your body is trying to function like properly on a daily basis and you don't have any micronutrients, you're making a mistake. Like there's a reason you go to the doctor and they like do a blood test and it says you have a deficiency. Well, maybe you should have eaten your broccoli and your spinach and your like red pepper and your all that kind of stuff because you need these micronutrients, whether they're vitamins or whether they're minerals, for bodily function. Okay, you can go to the gym and you can like lift a bunch of weights and stuff and get super strong, but like what if you start cramping in the gym? Or what if you're so low on something that you develop a sort of bodily issue or disease or something? Then you're going to be like, damn it, I should have laid off the junior chickens and probably just eat more lettuce. So yes, in terms of overall weight loss, weight gain, micronutrients are less important, but you are going to require them. I'd almost put them like down with energy balance, but in terms of a bodily function point of view. But yeah, slightly less important. Nutrient timing. This is a favorite of mine. How many meals should I eat a day, Pickering Fitness? Should I eat 6 small meals, or should I eat 1 big meal, or do I have to eat right after my workout? These are questions I get all the time. Thank you for the noise. These are questions I get all the time. When should I eat? How many meals should I eat? Now, when I started lifting 5 or 6 years ago, this was like deep in like the bro science days when like if you didn't have a protein shake within 30 minutes of your workout, you're gonna lose all your gains, and like you have to eat every 2 hours to stoke your metabolism and stuff. And that's simply not true anymore. For example, who's heard of intermittent fasting? Basically, that's like you get up in the morning and you don't eat for like 3 or 4 or 5 hours, and then you have like a couple large meals at night. That goes against like all of the bro science ever in the past like 5 or 6 years, but that's true. Nutrient timing, like you can do whatever you want. There's just a couple like stipulations. So for someone like me, I actually don't have an appetite until later in the day. So I'll get up in the morning, like even if it's like early or even if it's late, I'll get up, I'll probably just have some coffee. That's not even to like ward off my hunger, but for those of you who are like trying to eat less, having some black coffee or something with caffeine is gonna ward off hunger and allow you to fast longer. That's just a quick tip. But I have some of that, and then maybe 3 or 4 or 5 hours later, I'll have my first meal, usually something small, like not a huge meal, and then as it gets later in the evening, I'll probably do like a big dinner, and then I'll just like, healthily snack throughout the rest of the evening until I go to bed. And I've seen progress. In terms of like intermittent fasting, I do kind of do that, but I'm also trying to do a caloric surplus, so it's like intermittent bulking. But yeah, that's another thing though, like that I was touching on. If you're trying to time your nutrition and you're doing intermittent fasting and you're trying to gain weight, it may be harder. If you need to eat like 4,000 or 5,000 calories in a day, intermittent fasting might not be the best way to do it, because it's hard to get all of your calories into a smaller window. But yeah, so at the end of the day, it's really going to come down to what fits your lifestyle the best and is sustainable for you. People always ask what the best diet is. The best diet is the one you can sustain for the longest period of time. Let's say you're on the best diet ever, scientifically studied, and you keep it for a week, okay? And you lose like 2 pounds or whatever. Wow. And then you do this more sustainable diet that you do for a year, but like you only lose 1 pound a week. Which one is going to make you lose which one's going to make you lose more weight in the long term? The one you're sustaining or the perfect diet that you can't keep up? It's going to be whatever fits your lifestyle best. In terms of nutrient timing, like I said, doesn't matter that much. Figure out what works best for your own and stick to that. Finally, the most controversial topic ever, supplements. What supplements should I take? What are the best supplements? Should I take this? Should I take that? What do I take? How many protein shakes do I have a day? Here's the Pickering Fitness answer. Do not buy supplements if you can't afford to buy real food. If you are spending your money on supplements and you're not affording to buy actual food, you're making a mistake. A lot of people go to the supplement shop and they end up buying like $100 worth of supplements. Some of them that don't even actually work that well, and they don't actually buy whole foods from the grocery store, and they're just relying on protein shakes and BCAAs and multivitamins to make their progress, and that's not going to work. Now, I do believe in like 3 or 4 key supplements that will actually work, but they should only be purchased once you have both your proper nutrition figured out, as well as you've been lifting for a while, but also when you can afford to buy groceries. But yeah, I'll also cover in this video just the ones I do think are good. So whey protein, people think whey protein is like a steroid or a supplement. It's really just like a food product. If you have a high protein requirement each day and it's hard for you to get enough protein from your diet, because like you have to eat a lot of meat and whatever, then a protein shake can be very helpful. Let's say you have like 200 plus grams of protein to eat a day. A protein shake can help you significantly in reaching your protein goals. So that's good. Creatine has been studied. Try it out for yourself. It's not a steroid. Don't do the loading phase, because that's just a scam for them to get you to use your product faster, so you go back and buy more creatine. It's been studied to see if people had higher creatine concentrations in their body with the loading phase and without the loading phase, and there was no extra benefit to the loading phase. Multivitamin, you can try it. Find a cheaper one, but find one that's good. Or just eat your vegetables. Also, fish oil. You're unlikely that you're getting enough healthy fats from your diet, and you need healthy fats for hormone function, skin health, hair health. Take your fish oil. I don't care if you lift or not, take your fish oil and take your multivitamins. I believe those are like human supplements as opposed to fitness supplements. So yeah, those are those. And then finally is my favorite. Which pre-workout should I take? My pre-workout is coffee, because it costs a fraction of the price of pre-workout and you don't have all the extra ingredients in there. A lot of people are going to end up relying on pre-workouts, and if they don't have a pre-workout, they're going to suffer mentally. Their workout's not going to be as good, but that's a lie. Like, first of all, build up the internal motivation so you don't need a pre-workout, but like there is studies to show that caffeine has a better effect on training than no caffeine. But yeah, so those are some key principles. I'm just going to go over them again. Energy balance, calories in versus calories out for weight loss or weight gain. Macronutrients, should have a certain amount of carbs, fats, and protein each day. Get enough of each and stay within your whatever your caloric needs are for the day. Micronutrients, eat them. Bodily function, think vegetables, fruits, minerals, vitamins. Eat them. Don't skip out, guys. You want your body to function properly, but you also want to keep in mind your energy balance. Nutrient timing, find whatever works for you. whether it's intermittent fasting, whether it's eating more in the morning, eating more at night, small meals throughout the day. Find whatever works for you, because sustainability is going to lead to energy balance, which is going to lead to your goals being met. And finally, supplements. Always buy whole foods first. Research your supplements before you get them. Ask me any questions if you want. Ask anybody at the supplement store who seems legit. And keep in mind that supplements are not a magic trick to get gains. They are simply a supplementation, and they should be purchased after you have a good solid grocery bill / training experience. And yeah, that pretty much covers the sort of basics of nutrition in terms of importance to least importance. I'm going to be coming out with a training one actually in the next couple days, which will cover what are the most important training factors to see progress in the gym. It's going to be a lot like this, but just on the training side of things. So once again, guys, if you have any more questions or anything that I can help you with, or also topics for like a simply explained video, I want to do more of these, because I feel like everybody's just like all over the place with just thoughts and ideas, and like these videos are going to just like condense everything into one simple point and just get it delivered to you guys. But yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, comment, subscribe, all the fancy stuff, share it with your friends, or don't share it with your friends, because at the end of the day, this is some good information and I don't want the world to know about it. It's secret stuff. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and tune in for the health tip of the day, guys. Peace.